All right, guys, welcome to Power Rankings Week 12 edition. A lot of things ended up being different from last week, right? You had the Chiefs losing, Lions, Eagles. One of those teams had to lose, ended up being the Lions in a really shitty game. Um, Somebody else, the Green Bay Packers, they came back. Vintage Jordan Love, balled out of his mind, throwing perfect balls to Romeo Dobbs, who just keeps dropping everything. Steelers look good, but I'm going to be breaking down the power rankings. If you're not a subscriber to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Greatly appreciated. I'm going to talk about my list, right? So week 12, I didn't do Atlanta Falcons on here because why would I talk about them? They're so fucking bad. I mean, Penix is just bad. And you can say their defense is bad, but Bryce Young had a lot of yards on them. I think he had almost over 400. Am I crazy for saying that? Let me look this up. I think he had 400. Yeah, if you're letting Bryce Young score 448 yards on you and you're quote unquote the second best defense in the NFL, like all these Falcon fans proclaim to me, stop, right? We can't talk about you anymore. At number 20, Minnesota Vikings. They should have won this game. Were they the better team? Absolutely not. They were not the better team because JJ McCarthy stinks, right? He's god awful. You just can't make it up. He is one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL right now. And was it one of those 1 year projects where like, hey, we've seen enough already from this kid. It's over. It's over. Are we saying that about JJ McCarthy? Because I think I am. Honestly, I wasn't really a big JJ McCarthy fan coming out of college. I thought that his team was just a lot better with Michigan. They had a good old line, good run game that could help support the pass game, right? But today, 16 for 32, 2 interceptions against a really shitty Bears defense. The Bears defense is absolutely awful. I'm not really talking about the Minnesota Vikings. They're probably out of the playoffs, right? They have a really bad record now. They're 4-6, 1-4 at home. It's brutal to see. But yeah, number 20. 19, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yes, they won a game. I predicted them to beat the Chargers. I'm a Chargers fan. Every single time Chargers play at Jacksonville, I get nervous. I can't even watch it because they don't play well there. And it showed again. They played absolutely horrendous. But it's not about them. It's about the Jaguars. The Jaguars run game with Tootin was absolutely electric today. And you could say how well their team played. They forced a lot of turnovers. They forced back-to-back turnovers, I think, on back-to-back plays. That's how good their defense played today. And you really can't say anything bad about the Jaguars this week, right? You can't. But maybe next week will be a different story. But they really didn't have to ask Trevor Lawrence to do anything because he went 14 for 22, threw a pick as well. Justin Herbert also threw a pick. It wasn't a good game for Herbo, but we'll talk about them later. But Trevor Lawrence had help from the run game, right? Tootin scored. Etienne, I think, had 2 touchdowns. So Jacoby Myers played well, who just got traded from the Raiders over there to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So they played really well as a team today. The Chargers were nowhere to be found. I guarantee you it's because they have a bye week next week. That is exactly why they played like shit. Is because they have a bye week next week, and they do this usually. They tend to do this every single year. They play like shit before the bye, and that's just the truth. Jacksonville Jaguars at 19, right? Don't be mad, Jacksonville Jaguar fans, that have them at 19. 18, because you're not better than the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers are balling. Yes, I know they lost to the Bills, right? I know they got shellacked, and their point differential is not looking great, but they can move the ball. They have a really good head coach. So does the Jacksonville Jaguars. I like Cohen as well, but they have a really good head coach, and you can't be upset about it. Bryce Young had 448 yards. I used to call this guy a Verizon worker, and I think he watches my videos. He might be one of my 1,400 viewers that watches this video because Bryce Young is listening to me and saying, you know what? I am a dog. Fuck this bitch. I am a dog. And that's basically how I feel that Bryce Young is what he's saying. Bryce Young's basically every single time I feel like he makes a throw and then he looks at the camera, I think it's towards me. But whatever, fuck it. Hey, man, do you, right? I might be his muse. So, anyways, Bryce Young played well, 3 touchdowns, 448 yards, and the run game wasn't even doing that well. The O-line, they have a really good O-line, the Panthers do, and they usually rely on the O-line in the run game, but the run game wasn't even doing that well. Rico Dowdle's only averaging like 2 yards a carry. Chuba Hubbard was basically non-existent the whole game, and Tator McMillan, beautiful, scored a late touchdown there. Had 2 touchdowns for the game. He threw a beautiful pass to Xavier Legette as well in the end zone, in the back of the end zone. It was very nice by Bryce Young. You got to put respect on him. You know, there are going to be challenging with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who lost today against the Bills. So they're going to be challenging against that team. And Carolina, they deserve to be at number 18 right now. At number 17, we have the Houston Texans. They're balling. Davis Mills. Look, this guy is electric, right? He's absolutely amazing. He is a very good quarterback. He needs to get a spot on another team to be a starter. I know they only scored 16 points or whatever they scored today, right? And I know their offense didn't look as good, but dude, how can you get up playing against Tennessee, man? You can't. Oh, I'm going to go travel from Houston to Tennessee. It's like an hour flight, 45-minute flight, whatever it is. And then now I have to go play this team. This team's a joke. Mike McCoy coaches them. Why would I want to play hard over there in Tennessee? Let me just go to freaking wear my cowboy boots, my cowboy hat with my flannel and go freaking hang out at the bar or whatever they do over there in Nashville. That's what you want to do over there in Tennessee. You don't want to go be playing against freaking playing against like Jeffrey Simmons and Cam Ward and all these other scrubs on their team. Jeffrey Simmons is not a scrub, but every other scrub on the team. That is what you're planning to do. Awful. So Houston Texans, I agree. I mean, they won 30-0 last time or whatever they did, right? They donated them. They blanked them last time, and they're playing well right now. They're on a win streak. They're on a nice win streak. They had a big comeback victory last week against the Jaguars. So I got to put them here. They have a plus 57-point differential, which is huge compared to the Jaguars plus 14. And I think the Houston Texans are a better team than them. I honestly do. No CJ Stroud, no problem. Davis Mills is that good. He can lead the offense for now until other players came back. He had a nice 3rd and 16 conversion against the Titans with the last 2 minutes. So he is a very good player. I got to put him. I got to put them in number 17. I can't put them any higher because they're not better than the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? And I Steelers last week at 16, and they still are at 16 because Aaron Rodgers got injured. I think he hurt his wrist or something. I don't know yet, but I think he hurt his wrist, his left wrist. But Aaron Rodgers, if Mason Rudolph's your starter, might as well just plummet the season and get the season over with because Mason Rudolph cannot lead this offense to be a playoff team. That's just the truth. I would believe that the Steelers have a chance if Aaron Rodgers is playing, but that's a small chance as well because their offense does not look that great. Gainwell played really well today for them, but they also played against the Bengals defense, and it was a revenge game basically from last time on Thursday Night Football. But the Steelers are a decent team. Their defense has gotten a little bit better. As I say that, I do remember them getting absolutely smoked by the Chargers last week. But yeah, so I got to put Steelers at 16. They're gonna get smoked. It was closer than people expected. 15 is the team, the Chargers, the boys. Right? The boys, the guys that I have, right? My favorite team, 15. What could I say, man? They play like shit. I mean, it's basically it. They play like shit. They sleepwalked through the whole game. They went from LA to Jacksonville. They didn't have any respect for Trevor Lawrence like I did, and then he didn't even make him pay for it. The defense did. Their defense was playing well, playing lights out. No Sean Merriman, but playing lights out and playing well. So I got to put them at 15 because they sleepwalked through the game. I mean, they're better than the Jaguars. Is that a question? They're better than the Jaguars. Please, Jaguar fans, don't say we just beat them 35-6. Don't say that, please. Come on. And let's just be realistic. They're better than the Jaguars. The Chargers are a good team. They're looking forward to the bye. They needed the bye. They play on November 30th next, and they'll be fine, right? They'll be fine. Next, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 14. They just lost the Bills in a very high-scoring game. The Bills didn't even look to run the ball. They threw the ball. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, if you are not taking the opponent receiving running back prop, right? So reception yards for a running back of the opponent of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you are doing yourself a disservice to America and to whatever country you're serving or being a part of, because that is actually free money. These guys cannot cover. They have freaking Nelson, who's a DN, covering James Cook and Ty Johnson. Like, this is what they have. This is their assignment. This is Todd Bowles' defense right here, right? And they give up 44 points today, I believe, right? 44 points to the Buccaneers. So the Bills, the Bills beat them. It was a closer game than that. Everybody knew that it was a closer game than that. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're a good team. They need to get healthy. They need Bucky Irving back. Rashad White, I don't even know where the fuck he was. Did he not play today? I don't think he did. But you have to put the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here. I told you they were boom or bust with Baker. It's either Baker playing well, they're playing well, or Baker's not playing well, they have no chance. And if Baker's playing mediocre, they have no chance as well. And Baker today, he played well, but not well enough because their defense could not stop a fucking cold. So that's basically what it is. They're at 14. At 13, we have San Fran 49ers. The 49ers absolutely shellaxed and molested the Cardinals off the gate. 98-yard kickoff return. 1-yard touchdown by the legendary Christian McCaffrey, the great white hope, the boy, Christian McCaffrey. 1-yard touchdown, right? Amazing. Then they get an back-to-back field goals, 13-0. They're up 13-0 in like the first 7 minutes of the game, 10 minutes of the game. They played well, and they're a good team, but they're also a good team against bad teams, and that's just the problem. And that's what I realized. Their defense is fucking awful. I know they have rookies, but their defense is awful. They're so bad. You saw what the Rams did to them last week. And it's the Rams. I know the Rams are good. They're top 2 team, right? Probably number 1 right now. But San Fran, their defense is terrible. Jacoby Brissett had 400+ yards on you guys. You could say that's prevent defense. You're up by 100 million. I understand. But that doesn't happen. You're letting Jacoby Brissett throw for 452 yards and 2 tutties and 47 completions. That's insane, right? Brock Purdy came back 19 for 26, 3 touchdowns. He played well. Would Mac Jones do the same thing? Absolutely. Did it probably do it better, right? But McCaffrey, 81 rushing yards. This game was over right away. It was 25-10 at halftime. No one really thought the Arizona Cardinals had a chance, including the fans that kept on late, that left early. So you got to put them at 13. Next, we have at 12, the Chicago Bears. And the Bears are a decent team, right? They have Ben Johnson, a great play caller, the second best play caller in football right now behind Kyle Shanahan. And at number 12, Chicago Bears, they eke out wins. They're the best at eking out wins. I don't understand how they do it, that they do it, right? They eke out wins. They just beat the Vikings 19-17, where they were dominating the Vikings throughout the whole game. J.J. McCarthy was playing like shit, missing throws. Justin Jefferson was over McCarthy. He was so over him. And the Bears, they couldn't really capitalize on the mistakes, right? They couldn't capitalize on beating this team. They couldn't capitalize on being better than them. Like why are they not up by 20, 24, 24-3, 24-10, whatever the score was? Why were they not up by that? Why did it have to be a close game? Like they just love dramatics, right? Caleb Williams went to Oklahoma, but obviously lives in diehard USC guy. He loves the theatrics, right? Hollywood's right there, and he's bringing it to Chicago, and this is all Hollywood for him, right? He's just freaking all these games have to be close. So we put the Chicago Bears here at 12. They play a hard schedule coming up, so they're going to be battle tested soon to be, right? They play the Steelers, and they play the Eagles, Packers, right? 3 hard teams to play against. I guess the Steelers, not really. They should win that game. Chicago's -3. But Bears versus Eagles at Eagles and Bears at Packers, that's going to be tough games for them. I got to put them at 12. At 11, the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, I have to say it, right? I have to say it. When are we going to talk about Pat Mahomes' performances? Pat Mahomes was fucking awful today. He was so bad. They should have had like 5 touchdowns. He missed Thornton like 3 times. He missed Xavier Worthy on the first play of the game. He missed Xavier Worthy again deep. He misses every single deep throw. He's one of the worst deep throw passers I've seen. And then he'll miss every throw, and he'll make one decent throw that Rashee Rice drops, and Tony Romo goes, "Oh my God, what a pass by Mahomes. He's probably the only NFL quarterback to do that." What are you talking about? How about the only NFL quarterback to miss throws? What are you, Trevor Lawrence? Why do we talk about that? Why do we talk about he's missing Thornton by 10 yards? He's missing Worthy by 8 yards down the field. Like, these are wide open guys. Those guys run 4.2 speed, and you can't hit them? Come on, man. So Kansas City got beat by the Broncos. Were they the better team? Kansas City was absolutely the better team versus the Broncos, but the Broncos somehow win games. They play well in the fourth quarter. Bo Nix plays like shit for 3.5 quarters and then makes one throw, and everybody thinks he's the MVP. But 11, we have to have Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes' MVP season is done for now. It's denied, invalid. It's denied your visa. Go back home. Stay in KC. You're not winning the MVP. So we got to put him at 11. That's a good place to put him. And at number 10, we have the Buffalo Bills. Yes, they beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And yes, you Bills fans want me to put them higher, but I'm not going to do that because you guys overreact so hard about everything. This is the best Bills team ever. This Bills team is so good. They're top 5. No, they're not. They're not a good team. Realistically, they should be behind KC still. But you know what? KC lost 2 in a row or 2 out of 3. And was it 2 in a row or 2 out of 3? Oh, they lost off a bye. Damn, this guy never loses off a bye. Damn, I just realized that. Epiphany. You call her Stephanie. I call her Epiphany. Chiefs, Broncos. Yeah, was it off a bye? No, it wasn't off a bye. 11-2. Yeah, it was off a bye. What the hell? Yeah, KC just lost off a bye. The Buffalo Bills. I was going to rate them over the Buffalo Bills, but I'm not going to do that. The Buffalo Bills looked good today. Again, they do not have people that get open right away. I don't understand it. Luckily, Todd Bowles plays zone and didn't want to match up man to man and wreak havoc. But this guy, Josh Allen, is very turnover prone lately, huh? I mean, he had like three or four should have been picks. 3 or 4 should have been picks. Had threw 2 picks officially. He didn't have a good game at all. But their defense didn't step up really. Oh, Rachaad White did play. What the fuck? I didn't think he didn't play. Oh, Sean Tucker just takes all the snaps now. So so Josh Allen played well. He had 300 yards. Not really well, but he played well enough to win the game. I mean, this is just like low level football. Let's just be honest. It's like low level. Like I don't know why I'm even spending time on it. Yeah, they're 10. All right, they're 10. 9, Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions just lost again. Dan Campbell just took over the play calling, and it's been shit. I know they scored 40-plus points against Commanders, but today was awful. They went for it, I think, 5 times on 4th down, and then the one time that they should have went for it with 5 minutes left, it was 4th and 10 at their own 40. He's like, nah, I don't want to go for it this time. You went for it 5 other times. Why would you not go for it this time? They were the better team than the Eagles, I believe. The Eagles couldn't move the ball at all. I'll talk about them later. But Detroit Lions, they belong to be here at number 9. They're a decent team. I told you guys wanted me to put them at number 2. And remember, you guys told me to put them at number 2 in the beginning. They're the second best team in the NFL. They're the second best team in the NFL. They're better than the Packers. They're better than this. They're better than that. I told you guys, their offense is not as good as it was last year. And you guys said they just scored 40, 50 points against the Bears. They just scored 40 points against the Commanders. Hey, guys, I told you, watch the game. Watch the game or just listen to me talk and let me help you guys through it. They're not a good team. They're not a good team right now. They're not a Super Bowl caliber team. They're at number 9, and they deserve it to be at number 9. At number 8, Baltimore Ravens. How about a Super Bowl team? Is this team, the Baltimore Ravens. They played really bad today, but eked out a win. They won by a touchdown, 23-16 on a fake tush push, play action tush push, right? That was gorgeous by freaking the offensive coordinator for the Ravens. What a great play call. Baltimore Ravens won the game. Shedeur Sanders came in, right? He was like 4 for 12, 4 for 16, but he didn't play as bad as the stat sheet showed. I actually like Shedeur Sanders. I think Shedeur Sanders is decent. I think he's better than Dylan Gabriel, but he didn't play well. And then the Ravens basically beat them. Like they were just more dominant than them when Shedeur came in. They were looking for blood. You could see that the energy changed for the Baltimore Ravens. They really wanted to basically like kill this guy and basically like end his career because that's how hard they're going. Kyle Hamilton sacked Shedeur, started doing the perfect timing wristwatch celebration. And yeah, I mean, Baltimore Ravens look good. They're a good team. I mean, you got to put them there. Lamar Jackson is not playing MVP form yet, but he could be there soon. I know people got mad at him because I said he's playing average. And when I say average, I mean average for Lamar Jackson. Like not average for everybody else, but he's playing average for Lamar, right? For his role, right? As the MVP. He's not playing like he did last year, but he's playing well. And you got to put him at 8. Number 7, Indianapolis Colts. They didn't play. They had a bye, but I had to move them up because everybody else kept on fucking losing. So I had to move them up. They belong at number 7. What else can I say? Colts, they're probably going to win the division. Are they going to win the AFC? I don't think so. I think they have a hard schedule as well coming up too, right? Yeah, they play the Chiefs at Chiefs. Chiefs are favored in that game. Then they play the Texans, the Jaguars, the Seahawks, the Niners. So they have a tough end of schedule. I don't know if they're going to win the conference, but they should try to. They should aim to do that. Obviously, every team aims to do that, but I would try to aim to do that if I was them because they need home field advantage. So I got to put them at 7. Next, at 6 is Green Bay Packers. Micah Parsons came ready to fucking play today, right? Just balled out. Nice sacks for Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston should have like 9 picks today. If you watch that game, He should have had 9 fucking picks, right? But Green Bay Packers are a very good team. They're a very good team. Romeo Doubs can't catch for fucking shit today. He faked like his nose was broken because he dropped the ball. You couldn't make this shit up. I mean, it was brutal. Matthew Golden had a nice PI call for him. That's what we're celebrating now for Matthew Golden, right? Christian Watson played well though. Jordan Love played well. He was accurate. He was very accurate against a good New York Giants pass rush, right? And the Green Bay Packers have a good O line, and Josh Jacobs got injured, so their backup Wilson played a lot, and he played well. He had a touchdown, I believe, but they played very, very well. I gotta put them at number 6. They'll climb up the rankings again when they win some more divisional games, when they beat the Bears and they beat the Lions again on Thanksgiving. Like, this is what they're going to do. And then you guys are going to be like, oh, why do you have them at 6? I'm like, wait, just wait. They'll be at number 4, number 3 in probably 2 weeks. That's how much I believe in the Green Bay Packers. I think they're that good. I like Jordan Love a lot. I think Jordan Love's a good quarterback. I think people on ESPN are fucking haters and don't see what they're watching. I know Jordan Love maybe isn't making the right play calls with Matt LaFleur. They're having issues, not making the right adjustments at the line. But Jordan Love is a very talented thrower of the football, and he throws with touch and precision, which is hard to do, right? And that has a nice throwing power. So at number 6, I got to put him, the Green Bay Packers, at number 6. At number 5, Denver Broncos. Yeah, am I wrong about them? No. I had them at like 10, 8, 7, 6, like hovering around like the 10 through 6 range. Am I wrong about them? No. I still think they're shit. I don't think they're good at all. I think Bo Nix is a fucking fraud. I'm not even kidding. And I know some of you guys are Broncos fans in here listening to this, and you're like, I'm gonna turn this shit off. But this is just the truth. He plays bad for 3.5 fucking quarters. And then he makes one throw to Troy Franklin. First of all, he makes one throw, and then you guys are gonna say, oh my God, do you see that throw? Troy Franklin ran a quarter route, and then Bo Nix hit him on the inside shoulder because the defender was playing the corner route and playing on the outside with outside leverage. And I'm like, Bo Nix doesn't have that type of proficiency and accuracy. He just fucking threw the ball, and he hoped it would work out for him. That's basically what happened, right? I'm telling you, I'm calling a spade right now. He literally was like, he's open. I'm just gonna throw him the ball. It's gonna be one-on-one coverage. Hopefully they're playing man, not zone. He saw man. He's like, all right, I'm throwing the fucking ball. Whatever. We'll see how it goes. And then probably the wind dialed it back into the middle of the field. Troy Franklin caught the ball off a PI, whatever, off a PI. Nice shove, buddy. And we have to put the Broncos here at 5 because they're winning games. And I'm not putting them anywhere closer because I know they've won 8 straight, right? They won 8 straight. But are they a good team? No, because they're still not scoring. They should be scoring 40 plus a game. Their offense is really good. Their O-line is really good. Their team is a good team. Sean Payton is not a slouch at play calling. He's a slouch at game managing, but not at play calling, right? He's a very, very good play caller. I mean, even at the end, like you could say like that was great play calling by him or great game management. He had to overcome a third and 6, like a 3rd and 8 to get into field goal range. That's what they had to overcome. If they didn't do that, they're punting the ball back to the Chiefs with like 40 seconds left or 30 seconds left, and that's just giving them the ball because you're a fucking too chicken to make a play on 1st, 2nd, or 3rd down. And yeah, that's just the truth. So Denver Broncos are at 5. Are they going to continue to win? I don't know because I mean it seems to be their magical year right now that they're winning games, right? They should beat the Commanders, they should beat the Raiders, they'll probably lose the Packers, and that'll be a good game. That'll be a great game for me because I want to see where the Broncos are at because I know the Packers are about to smoke them. So I'm going to see that. And then Jaguars versus Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos. All right, whatever. Yeah, they have a good decent schedule. They should win the next 2 games out of 3. So they'll probably be here, and all these Broncos fans will probably be chirping me still. Wow. It's late, guys. Number 4, New England Patriots. New England Patriots belong to be here. Drake May is playing well. Is he playing MVP caliber? No, he is not. He is open. His O-line is playing well. Will Campbell is playing like shit in the beginning of the year, and he figured it out. He's playing well right now. He said he will die for his quarterback. That's how engaged they are to each other, basically. No Travis Kelce, no Taylor Swift. They're just like engaged, like same wavelength, right? They're just like Siamese, right? Stuck by the hip. Will Campbell and Drake May. They're a good team. I mean, they're beating bad teams. That's the problem, though. Like, you cannot control the schedule. Hey, you can't control the schedule. I agree. You can't. But I mean, can I list some of these names? Let me list some of these names. They lost to the Raiders. They beat the Dolphins. They lost to the Steelers. They beat the Panthers. They beat the Bills. They beat the Saints. They beat the Titans. They beat the Browns. They beat the Falcons. Then now they beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and now they just beat the Jets, and now they're playing the Bengals. So, excuse me. Again, weak schedule, but they're winning games and they're dominating. But that's what you're supposed to do. Not do what the Green Bay Packers do and lose to freaking Carolina and the Browns. They're doing what you're supposed to do: blow out bad teams, and they're doing it right. They blew out the Jets. The Jets scored an opening drive touchdown with Justin Fields, and then scored late to make it a little close and little cinema. But yeah, I mean, Patriots belong out here at number 4. At number 3, we had the Philadelphia Eagles. They played like shit today. Jalen Hurts was worse than Jared Goff today. I'll tell you that. Jalen Hurts was fucking awful today. He was so bad. And no one will talk about it. This guy started the game off 3 for 12. But they won the game, so no one cares. But that's an actual issue. I mean, now I understand why AJ Brown's upset all the time. I mean, I watched the games, but I didn't watch it like that and closely like I did on Sunday Night Football. This guy's not that good. And I made a quarterback tier list, and I said that he's replaceable, and people like fried me in the comments saying, "This guy's not replaceable. How is he replaceable? He just won a Super Bowl." I'm like, "Bro, he's replaceable." And now when I watched, what I saw, I'm like, "This guy's for sure replaceable." You can't tell me their backup Tanner McKee can't do this for sure. So at number 3, I have Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles can't run the ball. They can't throw the ball, but they're somehow winning games. Their defense is playing very, very well. That's the one thing. Their defense is playing like the number 2 defense in the NFL. The number 1 defense is the Seattle Seahawks. They're playing the number 2 defense in the NFL. I got to put the Philadelphia Eagles here. The Philadelphia Eagles have a tough schedule ahead as well, but they already beat 2 teams on that tough schedule, right? They just beat the Packers. Now they beat the Lions. They play the Cowboys, they play the Bears, and the Chargers. So they have a tough schedule. Teams that are all trying to contend for a wild card spot. And yeah, that's basically it about the Eagles, right? I mean, what else can I talk about? Jalen Carter played well today, right? They shut down the Lions offense. Lions went for 0 for 5 on 4th down. Great resiliency, right, by them. Yeah, they played well. Number 2, they didn't even play well. They won the game. Number 2, Seattle Seahawks. They should be number 1 still. I'm not even kidding. This team should be number 1. And I don't know why I'm putting them number 2. I really want to change it. I can't change it. I need to leave them at number 1. And then number 2 is the Seattle Seahawks. I have to put the Seahawks here because even though they had 4 interceptions, they were still a field goal away from winning this game. You guys understand that? They were a field goal away from winning this game with 4 turnovers. That's impressive. Versus the number 1 team, one of the best offenses in the NFL. This is like Sean McVay offense, prime offense with Jared Goff, Todd Gurley offense, right? That's how good the Rams are this year with Stafford and Nakua and Adams. Their offense is that good. But I got to put them at number 2. They should have won the day. They covered at least, but they should have won today. They should have won today. I have to put them at number 2. They'll be back. They'll probably be a number 1 next week or 2 weeks, or next time they play the Rams. Next is the Rams, right? The Rams are the number 1 team right now. They just beat the Seattle Seahawks in a very close game, 19-21. The Rams were up 21-12 in the 4th quarter. Gave up a touchdown to the Seahawks, 21-19. That's basically what happened. So the Rams belong to be here too. I mean, they're the 2 best teams in the NFL by far right now, I think. And you just got to put them there. I mean, I said this was the NFC Championship. This should have been the Super Bowl. This should have been the Super Bowl. Is the Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks. Too bad they're in the same division. Too bad they're in the same conference. But this should be the Super Bowl because they're the 2 best teams by far in the NFL right now. Them 2. And the tier list below is like the Patriots, Packers, and the Eagles. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Thank you.